The Earnestly Speaking podcast is a show that is founded on free-flowing conversation and may at times venture into mature subjects. Listener discretion is advised.
First Speaking podcast, going mobile here today on my phone because my computer's like a shit again. I hear Mikey B, the Degenerate Zack. Fellas, happy Thanksgiving to you.
Cheers. Hype train.
Yeah. Still work to do, but he's looked good. He looked good this week, Joe Burrow. Go Tigers! We will get to our picks in a second. There are no buys this week, and then we get back to. By the way, I've never seen buys this late in the year. You have buys starting week 13, 14, and 15, actually. I don't think I've ever seen it in the NFL.
What happens when you add an extra week of regulation?
Well,
Right.
not just that. Twice they had weeks where only two teams were even off.
Yeah, like the weeks that whoever traveled to Germany or England, they took the next week off. Yeah.
Anyway, that's I want to talk about Mikey's top 10, bottom 5 before we get to our picks of the week. Mikey, 28 to wait, you want to go 20-32 or
yeah? Let's get the bottom 5.
Go ahead.
At 32, I have the Houston Texans. At 31, give me the Denver Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
At 30, I have the Carolina Panthers. At 29, I have the Los Angeles Rams. And at 28, give me the Pittsburgh Steelers.
So, every team but one I have in my bottom 5 as yours.
Okay,
so
real quick.
Go ahead, Zach.
Forgive me for what I said to you off camera just like 3 minutes ago about having a team at 28.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just forget whatever I said. Are you fucking kidding me?
What's your problem with this list?
The Rams are below the Colts and the Raiders. I don't care that one of those teams won last week. Those two teams are still worse than anything the Rams put out.
So here's where I will disagree with you, Zach, on that.
John David Booty is going to start for the fucking Rams this week. And we're sitting here worried about the fact that, let's not forget, they cut their leading rusher, something that you mentioned. They're without their best wide receiver, who's not going to play another snap the rest of the year. So if you tell me that Allen Robinson and Van Jefferson and fucking Tyler Higbee are better than Devontae Adams and a even dinged up Darren Waller, Josh Jacobs, or you tell me that they're better than Michael Pittman Jr., Jonathan Taylor, I'm going to tell you that you're out of your fucking mind.
First off, you are being so disrespectful to the royal booty family of football. I mean, they're 3 generations of football. And you think they can't go out there and throw a football?
We're booty.
Yeah.
I actually agree with Mike here. Let me tell you why. Because I had Rams 28 on my list, okay? Had I known Stafford was out this week, they were going even lower.
Otherwise, I can't knock it.
They're not good. They're not putting a good product out there. They're really not.
And
the defense.
And Mike has had the biggest heart on the Rams last 2 years too, for the record.
Well, and the thing is everyone keeps talking about this great vaunted defense.
Mm-hmm.
Where did it go? Where's Jalen Ramsey, the best corner in football?
He'll be off that team next year.
Well, I've been saying here Jalen's more talk than action.
Well,
there's a lot of people at home that wanted to talk about how great of a fucking corner Jalen Ramsey was. Where's he at? Because he ain't shutting down anybody.
Here's the only thing I will agree with Zach on. Okay, on this. There are probably 7 or 8 teams you could argue be in this bottom 5, and it wouldn't sound silly. That's what I will agree with Zach on. Like, the Colts could be here. Although, to be honest, the Colts have been fighting hard last couple of weeks, honestly. That was beat Philadelphia this week, for crying out loud. So I can't put the Colts out here. And they got 3 wins on top of that, too. You know, you can consider the Packers. You can consider the Bears, especially now with Justin Fields being out probably up a couple of weeks. So, I mean, there's a lot of teams in there that are not in the bottom 5 that could be here, too.
You could do a bottom 10 right now, and literally it would be a struggle to figure out who would be 9 and 10.
Absolutely. So
when you look at it from a standpoint, I mean, honestly, a team that nobody's mentioned in the bottom 5 that has the worst point differential in all of football. The Nut Low. We're not talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers because
I
Mike
thought
Tomlin's
you
a great
brought
coach.
them up. They're
Najee
literally
Harris
your
is a great
number
running back.
29.
Negative 74 points against.
I brought them up last week to insult Ernest. So it's like we have talked about the Steelers for
I'm
2
just
weeks.
saying. I have them in the bottom 5. That's
Exactly.
not a good team.
So what's this? Are we not going to talk? I thought we had talked about it.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, that's because he's
I'm
got
just
a
here so I
man
don't get
crush
fined.
on
I've
Mike
got a hard on for
Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin.
You know what, Zach? Starting next week, you bring your own bottom 5 and top 10 as well too. This since you have a big issue with our list here. All right.
I'll start off with 32A and 32B. 32A, Earnest. 32B, the Texans.
Go on.
Other than the Rams, you have an issue with Mike's bottom 5?
No.
Okay. So what are we arguing about here? Come on.
I just think that you cannot put the Rams in bottom 5 just because Stafford's out this week. I think you have to give credit to the actual season that has occurred. I think the Colts.
I had them
Colts
going in that
and the
direction.
Raiders both belong in there.
I disagree with that 100%, actually, buddy.
No, hold on. Zack is actually right. If your reasoning behind putting them in there is the fact that Matt Stafford is not playing, then that is a problem. If you're going to sit here and tell me it's the decision making of the higher ups to cut Darrell Henderson, to lose Cooper Kupp, for the defense not to play as good as it did, for the offensive line to not protect the way that it has, sure, those are all valuable reasons. If you're telling me that,
those are the reasons to put them.
But those things should apply when you're doing these rankings. Like, in fact, I had my bottom 5 yesterday before Stafford was ruled out.
No, we can't do that because when you do your rankings for top 10, you take your Super Bowl fucking predictions into account when a team is 0-3. So fuck no, you cannot.
But we also have a 10-week sample size. They are not good.
Yeah, they're not. They're like
trending backwards.
They're the 8th or 9th worst team. They're fighting Jacksonville for who's worse.
Right now, I say Jacksonville over the Rams, to be honest with you. They play right now, even with Stafford healthy.
Yeah. Jacksonville's playing in the AFC South versus the NFC West. Try again.
I'm talking about heads up, dude. They play right now.
Jacksonville has a plus 11 point differential. The Rams are at minus 59.
Real talk.
Playing against juggernauts like Geno Smith and Jimmy Garoppolo.
I'm sorry. Geno's a top 5 quarterback this year.
This year he is.
He is.
Oh, by the way, they gave up 27 points to the Fraud Cons.
Again, just because you don't like Oregon and don't support Nike.
No. That was just me tipping my cap to the student of the game, Kyle Nash, with the Fraud Con comment. I actually like Marcus Mariota. I'm pretty sure I was one of the guys that actually said, hey, I think Marcus Mariota can make this team actually fun to watch.
You did say that actually on the main edition.
I'll do it for you.
And I'll also sit here and tell you that Ernest sitting here saying that the Falcons are mathematically eliminated from the playoffs because they lost Kyle Pitts for the rest of the year is about the equivalent of me saying, wow, I'm skinny. No. That's not what this means.
I literally thought you came up with that little nickname for the Falcons.
No.
I will say the only way to get in the playoffs is through the division. They can't get through the wild card at this point. I will say that.
Wait. You're gonna collapse. Seattle could lose fucking in the division. You're sitting here telling me that teams are mathematically eliminated because they're
Mikey,
2.5 games out. With 7 games to play.
Here's why
Seattle will get in no matter what. For the 49ers.
You're literally telling me right now. Okay, tell me with a straight face that you truthfully think that there are only 2 teams outside of the top 7 that can get in out of the NFC.
If Atlanta gets into the division, okay. Dallas gets in.
My question was,
San Fran gets in the
top 7. You have the top 7 right now. How many other teams can get in?
So right now, the top 7, you have Philadelphia, lock. Minnesota, lock. I'm saying San Francisco personally.
Of course
Lock.
you are. Get off their
That's
nuts.
mine. Okay, and Tampa's gonna be a lock for me. I think Tampa's won division. That's 4. Okay. Dallas lock. Seattle or San Francisco, whoever wins the division, the other one gets a wild card. Okay. The Giants are a lock. The Giants are the only team that can come out of there. And to me, it's between the Giants and the Commanders.
But we're not talking about any other team that like. Here's a fascinating situation. The Detroit Lions have to play the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. Let them run off a couple fucking games.
Well, they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose this week to Buffalo. So let's start there.
And if Seattle, the Giants, and the Commanders lose, which are all fucking possibilities, it means nothing because they're exactly where they were at. There are 7 games left in the regular season. We're not 3 weeks away from the playoffs. To tell me that a team that is 2.5 games out of a playoff spot is drawing dead is moronic.
You know, you've been hanging on Kyle too much now.
If anything, this NFL season in chaos, and bad teams winning games they shouldn't, and good teams underperforming. This is the season where I'm sitting here telling you that the fact that there are basically all but one team in the National Football League have 3 wins or more. Mm-hmm. Nobody is sitting here, with the exception of maybe the Kansas City Chiefs, as being locked into a playoff spot. The Philadelphia Eagles as well. Let me backtrack that. I think they're locked into a playoff spot. They may not be locked into the fucking division. We can get there. But the fact of the matter is this thing is wide the fuck open with 7 games to go. And for you to sit here and be like, nah, fuck the Lions, fuck the Bears, fuck these guys. Oh, but you know what? Easy like Sunday morning. My Commanders pick. It's frisky. They can still get there.
Listen, guys, real quick.
You're learning.
Now that Heineke's starting, look, we're not going to lose another game. So you can lock that up right now.
I think about Seattle, too. If you see Seattle's schedule, you'll see why. Anyway.
I've looked. They can still lose.
If they lose more than 8 games the rest of the year, that's a problem. All right, 10-6, Mikey.
At number 10, give me the Tennessee Titans.
Okay.
At number 9, I have the Dolphins.
Okay.
At 8, I have the Minnesota Viking Experience.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa!
At 7, I have the Santa Clara 49ers. And at 6, I have the Dallas Cowboys.
So my 6 through 10 this week was, top of my head, at 10, Tennessee, which I agree with you. 9 had Minnesota. They got knocked the fuck down big time. 8, I had Cincy. 7, I had...
Where did you have Cincinnati the week before?
8. They knew where we were. Locked in. 7, I had Baltimore, if I'm not mistaken. And 6, I had
what are you? I am. Oh my god! If I still worked at the track, I'd fucking beat you in the parking lot.
Who, me and
Baltimore 7?
No,
are you fucking kidding me?
I have them higher.
You are the most disrespectful. Dude, do you watch any sport? Like, are you watching games?
13-3 against Carolina. You impressed? Stop it. Dallas impressed with this week. Blew out the team that everybody was on the hype train for the last 5 weeks.
Well, hold on. Both of you had Vikings top 3, and I was like, oh, hell no.
That should
have been a fucking surprise.
So, okay. Give me yours to 10. What would you do differently here?
Other than the that Mike realized that fucking Vikings are not really that good by putting them 8. Just cut and paste his 6 through 10 right now.
Well,
like
right now, the 5 teams in my top 5.
Are you that much of a hockey fan? Like, what the hell sport are you watching now? You don't know basketball. You fucking apparently don't know fucking football. You don't turn on college football.
He's watching football with a U.
Oh, yeah.
World Cup season, baby.
That's right. You were rooting for Saudi. You were rooting for Kushner. Get that money.
Kushner. I like it. All right, Mikey, 5-1.
At number 5, I have the leader of the Joe Burrow hype train. Give me the Cincinnati Bengals. At 4, I have the
Baltimore Ravens.
Stop.
My opinion.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
No, because here's the thing. You want to keep sitting here blowing the cock of the goddamn 49ers because they got to the East, the NFC title game. The NFC title game. The defending AFC champions have just as good of a fucking record.
There's
Moron.
literally one team in the NFC right now. Jerry Jones got a fucking hard on because if he doesn't make the Super Bowl, it's a fucking joke this year.
Look, I have no doubt since they're going to run. I already said they're going to run.
By the way, the Cincinnati Bengals have the exact same record as those cocksuckers that you want to just keep stroking that dick, the San Francisco 49ers. At number 4, I have the Baltimore Ravens. At number 3, I have the Buffalo Bills. At number 2, I have the Philadelphia Eagles. And at number 1, give me Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
All right. Okay, Zach, you want to play that?
Yeah. Look, you guys are missing the boat.
On who?
Mike, I hate to break it to you, but 49ers need to be 5 on your list. Not 40, the Eagles. The Eagles need to be 5th on your list.
Oh, that's way too low. Slow down.
I was like, the 49ers?
No. Go back. You look at who the Eagles have beat.
Oh, I know.
So, Ernest, go back. Look at who they beat. The quarterbacks they beat. The talent they beat. They are 5th on this list. If you put Mike's list, you put them 5th, then it would be right.
Let's see. Goff, Coupons, Wentz, Lawrence, Kyler. I believe it was Cooper Rush still week 6, correct? Or
correct. Yes. Correct. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Kenny, I got picked off again. Davis Mills. They lost to Tyler Heineke, and then they beat Matt Ryan.
The corpse of Matt Ryan.
So he's played 4 quarterbacks who have been benched this season at some point.
Okay, so your argument is not a bad argument to use. And if you want to put him number 2 and number 3, I have no problem with that. But 5's look extreme to me, in my opinion.
Okay. The Ravens have blown leads bigger than the Eagles have managed to beat shit teams.
But the thing is, they're beating the shit teams the way you're supposed to.
No, not the way. You're supposed to beat a shit team by 20, not win by a field goal.
I get you had a fucking hard on what happened last week on Monday Night Football with your Commanders last week. I get that. We get that.
I will say that the 2 losses that Baltimore has blown is to 2 teams in the top 10.
Buffalo, Miami.
Buffalo and Miami. The 2 games they were up double digits. Yes, they lost to you guys by 4. Whoop-de-fucking-do, Basil.
They lost 3 games that they were up by 10 going into the fourth.
The combined score of 8 points. The losses are 3 losses. They're concerned about Buffalo, obviously. You know?
Yeah, but that's my point. And now they're beating people with Devin Duvernay as their number 1 wide receiver. And people are like, nope, they should be 7th or 8th. Why? Why should they be 7th or 8th? Here's the thing. You know what? I'm gonna use your argument here, okay? Guy who gets to play them twice a year. Gets to see them on a more sucked-in basis rather than you, Mr. I have 37 fans, teams that I like.
Don't fall into the whole of shit. That's all fucking. That's all bullshit. You know that.
Your mom, his mom, Jesus.
You know, Michael, I have 1 team, maybe 2.
By the way, the Baltimore defense is better than the Niners defense, and that defense will travel better than anything that Jimmy fucking Garoppolo is going to fucking perform. Let's talk about this real quick. You want to sit here, you want to talk about how great the San Francisco 49ers are. They travel well. They do all this stuff good. Guess what? Baltimore does it better with less. And people want them at like 7 because it's not flashy. It's not crazy.
Can I not be impressed with the 13-3 win against the Carolina Panthers at home? Is that okay?
Can you not also over sit here and saturate the fact that they did what they were supposed to do in Mexico City against Colt McCoy?
They did.
But why are we putting them on a bigger pedestal? Because they did their job.
I mean, I think San Francisco is the NFC.
Doing your job is getting out of there with a W. Whether you win by 7 points, whether you win by 31 points, doesn't matter. A win's a win.
Right, but if we're doing power rankings, we're going according to style points here. I mean, obviously, at the end of the day, power rankings doesn't really matter.
Baltimore with Devin Duvernay and Mark Andrews as their two top receivers go into San Francisco and blow the doors off of them.
I mean, I hope so. I hate the Niners, but
no, you don't. You love them. Your power rankings prove it.
Oh, come on! Come on! No,
stop.
Ernest, you want to know how your power rankings prove it?
What's that?
Where do you have Seattle?
Not my top 10.
Okay, Seattle's not in your top 10. When you look at the NFC picture, who do you believe truly has a legit shot of going to the Super Bowl minus San Fran? Because that's our argument right now.
Right now, Tampa. Not Tampa, sorry. Philadelphia. No, Philadelphia first.
You really think?
If Tampa gets their shit together, we'll see. The Brady's doing us is divorce. The same.
Beating Sister Mary Catholic School of the Blind is
he's what?
He's Seattle. I mean, he beat Seattle team. He just said that.
Ernest, real quick, he's 6-5 since his divorce. They've been divorced since he announced his comeback.
So
let's be real about that. But Tampa doesn't have a shot at a Super Bowl. All right. As much as I love the hype of the Giants and the Commanders and the Eagles, none of them have shown they can be a top-tier team.
So you're saying Dallas? So who was it in the NFC?
It's only Dallas.
Wow, okay.
Fucking Kirk Cousins couldn't show up at 4:30.
No, I don't disagree with you. To me, it's if you
it right now in the only vacuum, Dallas out of the NFC right now.
Here's the thing. Here's let's backtrack this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota got their shit stuff. Stop blaming Kirk Coupons. He doesn't fucking play offensive line. He doesn't.
No, but he doesn't know how to work around it either. He doesn't.
Joe Burrow threw 5 interceptions with a shit offensive line week 1. Trust me. Guess what? There are games where shit fucking happens. Let's stop blaming Kirk Cousins because it was a 4:30 game. His offensive line didn't show the fuck up.
I think he bears some responsibility, but I think that the whole thing is
they showed up enough for the run protection. Dalvin Cook had a good game.
Micah Parsons on the fucking 3rd play of the game had a strip sack fumble. That offensive line, he was fucking on his ass all fucking day.
I'm just saying.
And I'm just saying, stop blaming Kirk Cousins when the rest of the offense is fucking not there.
You want to know why I can blame Kirk Cousins?
Because you're a Commander fan?
No, because Joe Burrow went to a Super Bowl after getting sacked 9 fucking times in a game. He figures out a way. Kirk Cousins doesn't.
He ain't lying about that.
And their defense also didn't make Dallas punt till midway through the 3rd quarter. It's hard playing down by 30 when the game that you want to use your run game, but you can't. And then your offensive line isn't protecting you to throw the football. At the end of the day, stop blaming Kirk Cousins and give some credit to the Dallas defense.
All right, let's get to these picks real quick, and we'll just dive into every team's narrative in here.
Control your narrative. CYN.
That's true. I like that. All right.
Cousins been in the league 10 years, can't win a primetime game. It's not his fault. There's always something. Always something.
And you guys literally traded draft picks for Carson fucking Wentz. Wet pool noodle.
Hey, look, Mike.
You're paying mediocrity to sit on the bench. At the end of the day,
2 games with them.
Letting Tyler Henneke be the starter from the very beginning.
We won 2 games with them. It wasn't the worst thing.
But you could have been fucking 4-0 if Tyler Henneke would have started the games that Carson Wentz started.
All right, let's get to the gobble games first. Tomorrow, as we're recording, Thursday, Thanksgiving, first game. And by the way, for the record, we got to appreciate this too. Also, every year in Thanksgiving, we always have like 1 or 2 games that are kind of shitty. These going in. Well, all 3 games are pretty intriguing, actually. So, first one, Buffalo Bills at Detroit. Bills are currently 10-point favorites. Over under 53.5. And let's see if my computer's working now. Hold on. Mikey, who you got on that one?
I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills because that they were good house guests and didn't break the Lions' coffee table when they were playing at Ford Field last week. So I'm going to take the Bills due to not being dicks. And
Zachary?
It's gonna crush my family's heart now, but I'm gonna push up the line a little higher, and I'll take the Bills minus 14.
I'm going to go Detroit in the points here.
Yeah.
Plus 10. But Bills win.
Start digging your hole. You got your shovel ready.
Would you see that cover they fucking blew last week as Cleveland? Just saying.
This is also Detroit. There's a big difference.
Just saying. Hold on, I think my thing's working. Hold on, give me a second.
I wouldn't say that there's a big difference.
The thingy.
Running back, offensive line, defensive end. I would say those are a 3 spot. Hell, I'd take the wide receiver. I'd take Amari over St. Brown even.
Disrespectful and shortish.
Yeah.
Look, I'm just saying, St. Brown gets a lot of action just because of who he plays with.
I'm here.
Disrespectful, shortish.
All right, I'm here. All right, so I got Detroit. You guys got Buffalo both to do your thing. Okay, next one we have this might be a slaughter. New York Football Giants at Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys are currently 10-point favorites. Over under 45 points. I'm going Dallas Cowboys to cover this and done some. So you see that Giants injury report this week? Short week too on top of that. No good.
Yeah.
No good.
Yeah, but the only team that can make the playoffs is the fucking Commanders instead.
That's my point.
You're proving my point, asshole.
What am I proving my point? I'm just saying no one's close enough to make a dent right now. We'll address it.
Your injury report's good enough to make a dent.
We'll address it in 2 weeks. If Detroit wins this week, though, for some reason, then you got a conversation. But I don't see it happening. But I got Dallas in the meantime. Zachary, who you got this one?
Is Saquon playing?
Yeah, he's clear to play.
Is Daniel Jones starting?
Should I say unfortunately or? No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
No.
So,
oh God, your rule, right? Your rule. I know you how long now. 18 years.
In 2012, I taught you this rule.
No. You talked about 2006. You taught me that rule.
Oh, I thought we've only had this podcast 10 years. It's been 15.
No, but you were saying even back
oh,
to Giants
yeah,
football.
that's
Yeah,
true.
it goes back to Gatsby's, buddy.
Back when I was a diehard Degenerate. Oh, my God.
Yeah. Fucking ginger.
Yeah. Give me the fucking New York Giants plus the 10.
Zach's rule in effect this week. Mikey, what you got?
Taking the over.
Interesting.
Not a safe way to go, but hey.
He's assuming that Dallas will score all the points here.
Dallas might score 45 by themselves.
He ain't lying. I ain't gonna lie. All right, finally, the third game of the night. We have the Patriots and Vikings. The Vikings are 2-point favorites. The over-under is 42.5. Ooh, it's Kirk Cousins on primetime time. That's what Mike rolls his eyes. Mike, we got this one.
Give me Coopins. Coopins.
Zachary.
Mac who? Mac Jones?
You taking Patriots?
Fuck yes, I am.
Oh, my God.
What time is it being played at?
8:30.
Oh,
yep.
Belichick actually play an offense that's actually going to try to score points, though.
Is there going to be more?
True.
Is there another game on that night? Is there college football?
Yes.
Is there NBA basketball that night?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
They're like wrestling.
There's a shitload of hockey on.
It's true.
Look, nobody's watching anything but that game. And guess what? Someone's going to choke, and his name is Kirk.
So on next week's episode, when they win, because, that vaunted fucking New England Patriots offense that scored a whopping, like 6 points against the goddamn Jets this past week. then what's the narrative going to be?
We love narratives this podcast.
The Vikings can win by 1, and I can still talk all the shit I want.
Minnesota will win the game. I'm confident of that. But the Saber best the over, in my opinion. 42.5. By the way, Zack could talk shit right now because he won last week the picks. He had 8 wins. I had 6, and Mike had 5. So Zack can talk a little bit of shit this week. Unfortunately. Anyway, let's get to Sunday now, shall we? We have the Buccaneers going at the Browns. We have the Bucks are 3.5-point favorites. The over/under is 43. I am going under in this one. I see ball control all day long. He's definitely on the Brown side. Bucks still can't really score points yet. At least they haven't proven they can score points yet. It's this point in the league. So, Zachary, what you got?
All right. So you know how all these teams in every sport always come out when like a star player has their last game or a special player has their final game. They try and show up. Well, guess what's going to happen this week? The Browns are going to show up because this is going to be the last game Jacoby Brissett probably ever starts in his life. So give me the Browns.
Interesting.
Not Mike. To mention, offensive line for Tampa sucks, and I'll take Myles Garrett all day long over that line.
Okay, Michael?
Talking about Jacoby Brissett, Myles Garrett, we're forgetting the most important piece of the Cleveland Browns.
Nick Chubb.
Goddamn right. He's going to run it all the fuck over that shit defensive line. Give me the Browns.
I can see it, though.
Oh, hey. But Tampa Bay is a lock to win that division, right?
Well, if they lose this game, man, I'm looking like a fucking fool right now.
Wow. So it seems like in the last 31 minutes, it's been from there's no chance that anyone not named the Commanders can get into. Oh, shit. Maybe
I reserve the right to change my pick if I see fit. For the record. All right. I'm going to check the spread here before I announce this game because we got announcement on that one earlier today. Bengals at Titans. Bengals by 1, but they cleared today Jamar Chase to play this Sunday, and that spread now is at 2.5 points. So Bengals at -2.5 this week against the Titans. I don't give a fuck. The fact he's back, I'm taking the Bengals to win this and cover.
Pump the brakes. Don't dive into the Jamar Chase's back. Gotta go run to that line. Here's the thing.
Okay.
He may be back. I would expect it to be in some sort of a snap count so they don't lose him for games that actually have playoff implications. I understand the Titans game does because they're currently in a playoff spot. Yeah. But he's more important against Baltimore. He's more important later in the year against Buffalo. Things like that. That offense hasn't really sputtered since he's been out. T. Higgins has been just fine. So if Jamar Chase plays and you're a fantasy player, I don't necessarily know that I'm plugging him into my fucking starting lineup.
That I agree with. You.
I'm obviously going to take the Bengals. Hello, Homer. So yeah, I'll let you guys.
Well, for the record, I had the Bengals -1 covering it, win this game anyway outright. So I'm not changing my pick because fucking Chase being here even makes it even more confident to win this game. So I'm going to Cincinnati. You're going to Cincinnati. Zachary, where you going on this one?
Let's make it a trifecta. Give me Cincinnati.
All right, and put those Titans back down to earth. Who they're overrated. But
yeah, that team you thought was hot garbage going into the season.
Yeah, but the Colts decided to play like shit too. So what can I tell you? Anyway, Texans at Dolphins. Dolphins are 14-point favorites, and for the record, this is not the biggest spread of the week. Over under 46 points. Zach?
No Davis Mills.
That's
exactly. I'd like to start off.
Hold on. So where's that now? Let me see what's at.
Kyle, it's at 14 now. 14 now with Kyle out.
14.5 now. It moved half point.
Yeah. He played for the Skins, played for the Commanders, played for the Panthers. Guy is trash. At one point, he was the #1 high school recruit. the number one quarterback prospect in his class, and he turned out to be trash.
Hot garbage.
Give me the Dolphins. Give me my mortgage bet.
Oh, it's back. It's back. Mike, we were talking about top 5 Kyle's back in weeks back on our Take the Rest of the podcast. What's Kyle Allen? Is he honorable mention, Kyle Allen?
I don't know. You had Kyle Orton at number 5, so I don't think my list would be any fucking worse than that. So yeah. Sure.
Okay. Go ahead, Mike.
Won like 11 games in a row at one point.
I don't necessarily know that makes him a top 5 Kyle all time.
Well, if you're comparing it to Kyle Allen, who couldn't win a fucking game in Washington, yes.
He had a good couple of weeks in his rookie year, and then when Cam got hurt.
Kyle Shanahan, Kyle Schwarber, Kyle Busch, Kyle from South Park, Kyle Nash, all people I would take over fucking Kyle Orton. That being said, what's the over-under in this game?
46. You can see a 37-10 game. Well, no, that would be a 35-10 game.
Dolphins could hang 40 on the Texans real quick.
And not cover. Because they won't score shit on their end.
It's 10.5, 14.5?
14 for half now. It was 14 yesterday. It's 14.5 now.
Shit.
I have to watch this Heat game here in the meantime.
Give me fucking Houston plus the points.
Okay, Kyle Allen, keeping it close. Ish.
No, Damian Pierce fucking running the ball. Keep eating the fucking clock. That's my hope.
All right, we got Bears at Jets. Jets, 4.5-point favorites, over under 40.5. As we heard today, fellas, we got word. Zack fucking Wilson benched this week.
Who's the starter in Chicago?
Good question.
Not Justin Fields.
No, God, no.
Like, you can argue the Bears are a bottom 5 team, but they don't feel like one, at least up to this point. They've been very competitive the last 4 or 5 weeks.
I mean, honestly, for a couple weeks there, one win Houston didn't really feel like a bottom 5 team either. And then one fucking win.
Right.
Just because you patch together a couple weeks that look good, but you can't get the win, doesn't fucking necessarily mean that you're not a bottom 5.
It's a bottom 2 roster, and they're competitive week after week.
It's a bottom 2 roster. It's a bottom 4 roster with a quarterback who's actually trying to prove himself and has actually been playing out of his mind.
I agree.
Hurt. I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's the Justin Fields show, and now that Justin Fields isn't fucking going to play, I don't necessarily know that I love the Chicago Bears.
I'm going under this one though. I'm saying score in this game. Mike, what you got?
Hold on, I'm trying to figure out who the backup quarterback is. Oh God! Oh my God!
Who is it?
Their options are Trevor Siemian.
That's a win.
Or Nathan Peterman.
The Peterman is still around?
Wow.
He's still in the league?
That's the all-time record for interceptions in a span of minutes, and he can still have a job 6 years later.
Yep.
Give me Mike White and the Jets. God, so bad.
Go ahead, Zachary.
So bad.
It's terrible.
Give me this skin color is blind, and I'll take Mike White.
Nathan Peterman.
He's still in the league. I can't believe it. That's amazing. That's amazing to me.
I love it.
Here we go. Falcons at Commanders. Commanders are 4.5-point favorites. This is a huge game for both these teams. Over under 42. Both teams fighting for playoff positioning. Trying to climb back into it. Washington's on the roll, man. I'm going to go Washington still. It's on the roll. Go ahead, Zach.
Well, like you said, it's going to be a tight game because, Atlanta's already going to know that Tampa lost. So they would be playing for a chance at the number 1 seed in their division. But, yeah, give me the Commanders. This should be an easy game for them.
Okay. Zachary. Mike.
What's the over-under?
42, sir.
I'm going to take the over because I truthfully believe that this game is going to be close all the way out. I don't necessarily think that this is a slam dunk for either team. I think the reality of the situation is it's going to be whoever has the ball last wins this game, in my opinion. I don't think that this is going to be a runaway from either team.
All right, game of the week status here.
Trevor Siemian in line to get the start if Justin.
Yeah, I imagine him. I mean, Peterman, come on now. Game of the week status here, fellas. Broncos at Panthers.
Game of the week is the middle game on Thursday.
God. Broncos minus 1 point favorites, over under 36 points. Oh God.
Is that a real?
Is a 1 point favorite over Baker and the Panthers.
No, Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold. It's Sam Darnold.
It's Sam Darnold, buddy.
Oh, it's Sam Darnold now.
Sam I am, buddy.
Even better.
Hey, Darnold.
Your goat is a 1 point favorite over Sam Darnold. I have you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Give me the Panthers to win outright.
Okay. Mike?
Is 36 a real line, or are you fucking with us?
No, I mean, serious. 36.
Jesus Christ. How do you...
You know you want to take the over, but it's...
I know, I do. I really do. And I'm going to.
I'm trying to talk myself into taking the under here.
I did that with the Jets Patriots at 38 last week.
But could this be the week where you say, maybe this week that Denver actually scores more than 19 points?
Maybe this is the time that Broncos country finally fucking doesn't let Russ do high knees on the plane anymore, and they fucking tell him get the fuck out. They also lost what's his name too, right? The running back.
Yeah, they cut Gordon.
Melvin Gordon, yeah, that was a waste of fucking space. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go with Zack. Give me the Panthers.
I can see it too because they've been playing much better football recently under the interim coach. So all right.
Well, no, he's taking the cheap way out. He's going to take over 36 because he's hoping Russ can cook.
Or someone can make Sam Darnold. Can make
Is that what you're doing? You're gonna be a little bitch.
Look, if you can't score a combined 36 points in this game, what are we fucking doing at this point?
Buddy, they scored fucking 16 in the fucking Ravens-Panthers game last week.
Jesus.
And that's with
it was only 6 total points until the last 15 seconds of the Jets.
Yeah, and that's with a quarterback that people think is like an MVP candidate. They only scored 16 total points.
All right, fellas. Ravens at Jaguars. Ravens by -4. Favored by 4. Over under 43.5. Mike.
This game is there.
It's in Jacksonville. Off by.
Give me sunshine.
It's very trappish, right?
I'm not going to say it's trappish. I just think that the Jacksonville offense has finally found a groove. Christian Kirk's been good. Travis Etienne's been great since James Robinson's been gone. Sunshine is doing sunshine things. And the fact of the matter is Baltimore still doesn't have a wide receiver not named Devin Duvernay.
I don't mind that pick, honestly. I don't. Zach, where are you going with this one? Raven fan.
Well, I believe there's a meme for this. Like, there's sunshine surrounded by, like, Lamar Jackson and a few of his friends. But I'm going to take the Ravens.
Of course you are. I do like Mike's pick here.
Oh,
I must not brave enough to fucking go that route.
At 4:00, Lamar Jackson is dealing with a quote issue.
What's the issue?
Yeah, the issue is he doesn't have a contract.
Hip injury.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he doesn't have a contract is his issue.
I'm going to go...
Eventually, that's going to become a headache.
I'm going to go over on this one. Go over. All right, we have the Chargers at Cardinals. Chargers are 4.5 point favorites. Over under 47.5. Man, Chargers is like the most unluckiest team in the league right now. Can't get a break. Should be in Kansas City this week. Was on the doorstep of being Kansas City. Man, his injuries will fucking kill him. But I do think they'll get the shit together this week. Arizona's bad. I know Kyle will be back this week, I think. But regardless, I think Chargers win this one. We'll cover. Zach.
I believe the Chargers have come up short against the Chiefs like 3 times now. And every time it's like, oh, they should have beat the Chiefs. They should have beat the Chiefs. They should have beat the Chiefs. They never do. All right. But again, they're not playing the Chiefs this week. Give me the Chargers.
This is true. Michael.
Is the new Call of Duty game still out? Give me the lightning bolts.
All right, we have Raiders at Seahawks.
Seahawks. My other joke was going to be: is Kyler Murray still 3 foot tall? But I thought the Call of Duty one was better.
Not that close to Christmas yet.
But what's true? Every couple few weeks, you'll see Kyler Murray do a miracle.
Yeah. Here's the thing: we're getting close to Christmas. They need him back up at the North Pole with the other fucking elves. So I mean, we're cool. Colt McCoy till I die. Lightning bolts.
Raiders at Seahawks. Seahawks by 4. 4-point favorites. Over under is 47.5. I am going to go Seattle to cover off a bye.
See, earlier you talked about a trap game. This is a trap game.
Are we trusting Raiders this week?
What was the over under?
47.5.
Yeah, give me the fucking Raiders.
Ooh, okay. Zachary.
I'm right there with you, man. Give me the Seahawks.
Okay.
Are you kidding me? You can't score against Denver. You barely show up to win that game. And you're going to say you're actually going to play and win against a motivated team like the Seahawks? No way in hell.
All right. Couple more games to go here. We got Rams at Chiefs. Chiefs are currently 15.5-point favorites, although this line has been pulled because this line was set before they now say Matt Stafford's out this week. Over under 44 points. If you told me back in August that this game would have been one of the worst games of the week, this line with 15 points, I would have called you a fucking liar. But we were here. The Rams are bad. And I think the Chiefs will, let's assume the line is still 15, 16, 17 points. I think I like Zach's theory here. As long as it's below 20, take the Chiefs. So I'm going to go that route too. Mike, what you got? What are you doing? Don't do your shit again.
I'm trying to figure out if I can believe in Bryce Perkins.
You want to juice it to 24?
Trying to figure out if I can believe in Bryce Perkins or not. That's what I'm thinking about right now. Because here's the thing, it's one of those. Oh.
How much tape is on Perkins? Like a quarter or so, 2 quarters,
maybe 8 passes, 11 passes, whatever the fuck he threw last week. Oh,
I could see Casey playing down too. Sometimes they do that.
No, it's not. It's not them playing down that I have the concern about. It's them being out to such a big lead, like midway through the third, that Andy Reid just starts running the ball or fucking puts in the backups, and the Rams sneak some shit touchdown or 2 fucking late. It's such a big line. What's the over under?
44.
I'm going to take the over. I'm going to take the cheap way out. I'm going to take the over.
All right.
Yeah, because the Chiefs are going to score 44. All right. This is a blowout. This is sad. And God, I wish I was that one guy who put like 100,000 on the Chiefs preseason line against the Rams. Like, you know, you were going to read that story of somebody who had some preseason line for a ton of money. And look, 20, 21, 22. I don't care. At this point, the offense that the Rams have put out, no matter who they have at quarterback, I'll take a 20-plus spread. So give me the Chiefs.
All right. We got Saints at Niners. Niners are 10-point favorites, over under 43 points. You already have people the Niners. Give me Niners. Cover the spread. Zach?
Shit. You know what? Monday Night Football has been a disappointment of late, so give me the under.
But it's not Monday Night Football, though.
Oh, is this Sunday night?
This is Sunday in general.
425.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, Monday Night Football is Pittsburgh and Indianapolis. That's coming up, though. Yeah, that's
All right.
make some plans at night.
Fucking change that game now.
We flex that out.
Yeah.
Bengals Titans. Move that game back or something.
Right? Shit.
Nah, fuck it. I'll stick with it. So what if I got it wrong?
So you're gonna go with San Fran, right?
Sure.
I thought you were taking the under.
Oh, you said under?
I was.
Oh, okay. Under. Okay. All right, Mike.
Really think I'm fucking hopping on the hype train? Fuck no. Give me the goddamn Red Rocket.
You love the fucking ginger, don't you?
No, I love the fact that they're getting 10 goddamn points against the fucking goddamn Niners.
I mean, you can see Garoppolo make a couple mistakes here, getting closer than it should be. I can see that,
I could just see them scoring.
All right, Sunday Football. We got Packers at Eagles. Eagles are currently 7.5-point favorites, over under 46.5. I feel like this line is low because I think what happened with the Buffalo Packers game on Sunday Football a couple weeks back, where I think they were Packers 12-point favorites, or 12-point dogs, and then Packers backdoor late.
I think this line is also fucking a little bit more shallow because of the fact that Ron Charlie Rodgers beat the Dallas Cowboys a couple weeks ago in overtime.
Oh, we just found out today that Rodgers has a broken finger, some shit. That's all.
And guess what? Tape that bitch up. I don't want to see my family. I'm Ron Charlie Rodgers. The fuck? Taking the over.
I was going to over? Okay. Okay. Zach, what you got?
Points for days.
Whether or not it's his middle finger taped up or it's fucking Jordan Love at quarterback, give me the Packers.
I'm going Eagles. It feels like a good game for them over the last couple of weeks. All right, and
because this would be like their best team they've played all season.
Stop.
And you're gonna take them.
Stop. All right, finally.
Oh, the Cowboys with Cooper Rush was the best team they played.
No, I still think Minnesota's
easily the best team they played. Well, Dallas.
No, that was Dallas with Cooper Rush.
Right.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, I agree. All right, finally. Yeah, finally we got astounding Monday Football game we just mentioned. Steelers at Colts. Colts by 1 point favorites, over under 39.5.
Under. Fuck this game.
Yeah, tell me about it. I have unders.
Suck.
Yeah, I have under as well too. Zach, what you on this one?
Matt Ryan gets another win under his belt, man.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong because that fucking Steeler offense is hot garbage.
Look, they went from a shit quarterback to fucking a burning bag of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, their best bet is that TJ Watt intercepts Matt Ryan like 3 times and runs 2 of them back. That's their best chance. Their best chance.
All right, last topic we get out here, guys. College football rankings are out this week. This is the final full week of college football before we get to championship weekend and of course bowl season. As it is right now, currently 1 through 6, Georgia 1, Ohio State 2, Michigan 3, TCU Horned Frogs 4, USC at 5. Sorry, LSU 5 and USC at 6.
Purple horny.
Fellas, I agree. Did they get it right?
No.
Yes. With the exception of number 5.
LSU's too high?
LSU shouldn't be there.
But it should be.
They won't. They'll lose to Georgia in the SEC title game and we'll forget they even fucking existed.
So LSU should not be in the top 6 at all, you're saying?
No. Okay. I said it last week. I'll say it again. You lost to fucking Florida State. You were getting blown out for 3.5 quarters against Florida State. No.
They're number 16 now, buddy. Our boys are number 16, Zachary.
Jesus Christ. That's like saying that they're like 5th in the top 6.
Right, but they've been blowing out teams and playing. Miami blew up Louisiana, blew out a couple teams on the way. Syracuse was a ranked 1 point. They blew them out too. I mean, I don't care for shit either way. It doesn't matter. No, not the conversation. It doesn't even matter in the bigger picture. But if not LSU, then who you put in the top 6?
I'd put Alabama ahead of LSU. Like, that's just how it is.
Hold on. Wait. Both teams have 2 losses. LSU beat Alabama. What are we doing here, Zach?
Yeah, by how much? With how much time left?
Does it matter how much time left?
But here's the thing: if you're telling me that you're putting a team ahead of LSU, give me Clemson if you're going to put somebody ahead of them because
right.
We're gonna go about who beat who real quick. Ernest, 2 weeks ago, you had the Jets not in your top 10, and you had Buffalo number 1, coming off the Jets beating Buffalo.
We're talking college football here, buddy, not NFL football. It's a little different.
Okay, all right. As long as I understand now that college football is different, that totally clears it up.
I mean, I look at it from this standpoint. Also, Clemson's 1 loss is to the number 13 team in the nation.
No, 14 team. 14.
South Carolina at the end of the season. So I'm not even worried about
13, by the way.
What, Notre Dame?
In the AP poll.
Oh, we'll go about I was on the rankings. Okay.
They're 15th in the rankings.
Yeah, right below them. That's why. So wait, Mike. You said you had a problem with the 6. I'm assuming it's the same shit the last couple of weeks, right? The same Ohio State too high thing.
Yes.
Okay, so they should be where?
4.
Okay.
You cannot allow the younger brother of Tua Tagovailoa to almost beat you, looking past them to go play Michigan.
Right.
You can't. Like, here's the thing. Everybody had a bad week this week. Georgia squeaks by Kentucky. TCU wins at the last second. Same with Michigan. I get it. But at the end of the fucking day, when your out-of-conference schedule is Toledo and Miami of Ohio, you have no room for error. You sit here and you were on Huddle Up last night. You said TCU has no room for error. Ohio State has less.
I'm not saying it's right. No,
that wins the Big 12.
Well, let me be clear, Mike, about that. When I said that,
go with
I'm not saying it's right to teach you to have the margin of error be smaller than anybody else's. I'm gonna say the committee, this is how they judge teams. They have a hard on for
Ohio State and win the Big 12. They get in over a 2-loss LSU or Alabama.
Okay, so this is a point I made on Huddle Up last night. I want to talk to you guys about this real quick before we get out of here.
Jesus.
The rest of the top 10. Okay, so we gave you the 6 already.
Yep.
7 through 10. You got Bama 7, Clemson 8, Oregon 9, and Tennessee 10. I'm looking at Alabama number 7.
Drawing dead.
Is there any inkling of possibility that you can see them cracking the top 4?
Drawing dead.
No, not saying that you don't think will happen.
No.
But
there is a 0.0% chance that they.
Okay, let me ask you a question real quick.
Oh yeah,
I know Matt made a great point in the show last night about the Clemson.
Has a shot.
Huh?
I think Bama still has a shot.
I agree. Thank you.
TCU can still lose a game. Michigan or Ohio State's going. One of them is going to have a 1-loss. And once they have a 1-loss, who are you putting in front?
I'm taking a 1-loss Ohio State or Michigan team over a 2.
Okay, so Mike, here's the thing, Mike. When I made that point last night, Huddle Up, I wasn't even considering the top 3 teams because I so assumed that'll be the top 3 no matter what.
See, that's your problem. Your mindset is that TCU is going to lose a game.
No. I hope they don't. I want to get in.
At the end of the day, Alabama needs losses from USC, Clemson, TCU, and obviously the Michigan Ohio State.
So the teams mentioned Clemson. That's the one team in that mix that might be.
Win the ACC
title game, right?
They get in over a 2-loss Alabama team,
right?
Because
that's the only thing I will say.
You're never leaving out a 1-loss ACC champion to put a 2-loss team in that didn't play in their conference title game.
But you would leave out a 1-loss TCU team.
I wouldn't.
Big 12.
No, right? No, I wouldn't either as a voter. But they're going to do that because they have a hard time Alabama.
Why?
No, because
if they lose to Iowa State and win the Big 12, why do they not get in?
Because the committee will do that. They have a hard time Alabama. That's why. I'm not saying it's right, Mike. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's what they fucking do because they've done it for years.
I'm saying sell me on it because at the end of the day,
best team in the Big 10. Who's the third best team in the Big 10?
The Baylor,
Illinois.
maybe? No?
Illinois. Okay.
No, Big Ten. Oh, Big Ten. Sorry. Big
You
12.
think
Okay,
that
Illinois, right. I heard Big.
Illinois, being the third best team, is as respectful
I
as
think we're losing you, buddy.
an Alabama or an LSU?
We're
as
missing
the
all
third
that, Zach.
I can hear it.
Okay.
I personally think that one-loss TCU that wins a conference title game, if they lose to Iowa State and then beat Texas, yes, I do think that they deserve to get in.
I agree with you, Mike. I totally agree with you on that.
But
what I'm saying is that I don't know the committee will think that way, though, because the committee is harder for Alabama again.
You're then saying you beat a team like Texas who has 4 losses.
Okay, they played who was in front of them.
Yes, and you can judge by who you played in front of them.
Then why are Michigan and Ohio State fucking 2-3 when their best team is Penn State? Their out of conference is hot garbage.
I agree 100%. Look, Mike, I'm not saying it's fair.
No, we're sitting here saying that it's a slam dunk that if TCU loses that they're not in, which I think is bullshit. Because I think if they win the fucking Big 12, they have to be in.
Let me be clear. Let me be clear about that. Let me be clear about my message on that. They should be in or in the conversation at least. I'm saying to you, no. What I'm saying to you,
the Big 12, they have to be in the top 4.
But what I'm saying,
why are we doing this?
But what I'm saying to you is that I don't trust the committee.
They have 1 loss.
What I'm saying to you,
go ahead of a TCU with 1 loss.
But what I'm saying to you, Mike, is this: I don't trust the committee to do the right thing. I 100% agree with what you're saying, Mike. I just don't trust the committee to do the right thing.
Okay, and here's the thing: Georgia goes undefeated. Michigan or Ohio State goes undefeated. 1-2, slam dunk. Don't care. Number 3, if it's the ACC champion Clemson, you put them in there, and if you put 1 loss TCU, sorry Ohio State or Michigan, you didn't play for your conference title.
That's the way it should be.
At the end of the day, we've sat here and we've talked about how
they'll do it that way because like I said, I've seen it done in the past where they'll shoehorn Alabama not playing the conference championship to get in the playoff.
You lost to LSU, who's going to be a 3-loss team. You lost to Tennessee, who's going to be in a 3-loss team now that their quarterback's out for the rest of the fucking year. Let's be real here. Their losses don't look good anymore.
Yeah, when they lost.
And when TCU beat 4 ranked teams when they played them, that doesn't mean anything?
I don't disagree
with you,
buddy.
Those same teams were ranked when Alabama and Tennessee played the other teams.
Okay, but Texas is going to be in the top 15 when they play in the Big 12 title game.
Texas, if Texas were to lose, would fall out of the top 25 because they would have 4 losses.
No, they wouldn't. They've already proven that they're willing to put 3 and 4 losses teams in the top 15. Look at Florida State. Look at Notre Dame. They're doing it right now.
Yeah, 3. Now, once you add that 4th loss,
they'll still be in because the bottom of the damn thing is Louisville, Central Florida, Tulane. Mm-hmm. They're going to leave a 4-loss team from the Big 12 or the ACC in over giving teams like Coastal Carolina an opportunity to be in the top 25 because it's not pretty. It's not what they want. It makes the other games not look as important. The fact of the matter is the committee is full of shit. At the end of the day,
I agree. There you go.
TCU beat 4 and or 5 ranked opponents at the time that they fucking played them. Guess what? Congratulations, Alabama. You beat Vanderbilt.
Okay.
So
take your same logic with who TCU would beat with the 4 teams that are ranked. Tennessee is 5-2 against top 25 teams.
Tennessee.
So why would they go ahead if they can still manage?
Because they lost to a unranked South Carolina team by double digits.
They might end up beating Clemson too.
What we're arguing here, guys, is this. I think we all agree what should be done. But what I'm saying is what I think the committee is going to do because, again, they're hard on for these big fucking legendary teams like the Alabamas and the Ohio States and the Michigans. They'll find a way to shoehorn it and it's not fair. That's all I'm saying.
There's no way that a 2-loss Alabama team gets in over a 1-loss Ohio State or Michigan, TCU, and Clemson. No chance.
I can see it. So here's a trick with Alabama. Bama needs TCU to lose first off. Okay?
Yeah.
TCU lose.
They need TCU to lose twice.
Okay.
I think they only need TCU to lose
once. I think
if they lose once and win the Big 12 and they put fucking Alabama in, I will not watch college football ever again.
No, I'm with you. And you have an argument for that.
So it doesn't really matter.
But also, LSU plays who this? The next game is what? They play
fucking Georgia in the SEC title game where they get
so they're done for the year. They're done for the year. All right, so they'll lose that game. They'll be done. USC plays Notre Dame, which they could lose that game as well.
USC wins.
You think USC wins that game?
Yep.
All right. Well,
I don't think USC loses again. Personally,
I agree.
Okay. That'd be Oregon too in the Pac-12 title. All right. Well, we'll see what happens, Ben. Obviously, I don't want Alabama again. Obviously, I want TCU to close the deal out and make it happen.
Well, here's the better question.
I think all three of us want Alabama.
Go ahead, Mike. What are you gonna say?
2 loss Alabama or 1 loss Michigan, Ohio State is the 4.
Depends how that. Well,
it does depend on how that game plays out.
Yeah, they'll probably
if either one of those teams blows the other out, then it says a lot.
Yeah, they're gonna give it to Michigan, Ohio State first before 2 loss Alabama. But if it was 1 loss TCU or 1 loss Cincinnati, that kind of thing, they'll give it to the 2 loss Bama.
If Ohio State were to blow out Michigan, Alabama could get ahead.
Could.
But if
Michigan were to blow out Ohio State, I think there would be a chance Ohio State might stay ahead.
But as Mike said, they need USC to lose first.
USC or TCU, they need
because USC wins, they're getting to the 4.
Yeah, but
that's what I'm saying.
We were discussing Michigan and Ohio State.
Give me the 4 conference champions. Give me the SEC champion, the ACC champion, the fucking Big 12, and the Pac.
Wouldn't this be the first time ever that's happened?
I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think it fucking matters. I think Georgia's going to fucking blow the doors off of fucking everybody. I don't really think that this is a fucking conversation right now.
Yeah. No chance Tennessee gets in, right? Tennessee's done? Any of those 8 or 10 teams? Because you're saying Clemson's a chance. That's 8. You got Oregon 9.
10-1, and they're going to play South Carolina, and they're going to play in the ACC title game. They have to be alive because LSU's going to lose.
No, I agree with you on the Clemson part. I'm saying what about Tennessee and Oregon?
Oregon can't get in because even if they beat USC, they have 2 losses, and they're going to take a 2-loss Alabama team over a 2-loss Oregon team.
Especially after Oregon got demolished by Georgia to start the season.
Yeah, mollywopped. And I don't think that they take 2-loss Tennessee with no Hendon Hooker because at that point you're giving Georgia a free walk to the fucking finals.
This is a good point.
Ernest, real quick though, I'll throw you a little happy shade.
Okay.
I think Ohio State beats the brakes off of Michigan.
Well, I'd be happy. I'm moving Michigan to win the game. I hate Ohio State. You know that.
That's why he said he would throw shade on you, you moron.
I didn't hear that shit. Fuck you, Zach. And fuck you too, Mike. Good show tonight, guys.
Just open up your ears, dude. Like, I don't know why you're mad at me. I'm just telling you what the fuck he said.
Great show tonight, guys. All right, fellas, enjoy Thanksgiving.
You as well.
And yeah, see you next week for this one. And good conversation. We'll see what happens. That college fucking scenario is fucking wacky. We'll see. I think some shit's gonna happen. I think shit's gonna happen this weekend. I think TCU losing.
Love for the Vikings and the 49ers.
TCU losing to 4-7 Ohio State would be a bad look.
Iowa State, not Ohio State.
Iowa State. As I said, Iowa State. So just saying.
TCU beats the brakes off of them.
I hope they do, man. That 10-point spread at home. Weird. So.
I have seen teams with like a 30-point spread lose a game.